I was a board trustee here for 10 years. I spent 10 years of my life travelling 5 hours to come to meetings, sit in that room that actually is just there, and see nothing progress, really. So we tried our best, those of us on the board that were a little more progressive, but nothing moved. So I'm really proud to be here with Animal Rebellion. Some of the staff have asked me why I'm here. I'm here because the RSPCA isn't doing enough fast enough. They are doing little bits, of course they are, but not enough, not quickly enough, not with the urgency that we should have. So I'm proud, really proud, to be here with everyone here. These are passionate people who don't get paid for being here. They're giving up their time, their education, their livelihoods to campaign for what is right, to campaign for your futures, your children's futures, your grandchildren's futures. I'm proud to be here. We work with the methods of Martin Luther King and the civil rights resistance. We come peacefully to make people aware, and we will make people aware. It's going in the Metro, possibly the Independent. People will hear us. And if they don't hear us today, what are we going to do? Come back until they do, right? Yeah. Martin Luther King said, I have a dream. We have a dream. Every one of us has a dream. We have a dream of a kinder, safer world that's just for all. A future that's not going to be burnt into cinders. People fighting for diminishing resources. We have a dream, and we will make that dream come true. So the climate crisis is here and now. We've been touched recently by the extreme heat, wildfires, drought, and crop failure. In other countries, of course, it's far, far worse. We're the lucky ones. This is just the beginning, RSPCA. We may see a world where 3 billion people are displaced because of the climate crisis. Some of them already have been. In the UK, people will be displaced because of flooding, so we won't get away unscathed. The world we face is not anything any of us can imagine. An ever-decreasing resource availability as crops fail across the world. And more people fighting desperately for the resources that are getting fewer and fewer. But I do want to just draw a little bit from somebody else's speech. This isn't a speech of disaster. It's a speech of we can still change. But we need organisations like the RSPCA to listen, move quickly to achieve that change. The climate crisis is interwoven with a crisis for wild animals, a crisis for our forests and fragile ecosystems, a crisis for humans, everyone here, their children, their grandchildren. It's a crisis for them. And it's suffering of billions of sentient beings across the world. The RSPCA prides itself on being science-based. No doubt, as you've gone around the building, you've seen its messages of science. So how then are they missing the most obvious bit of science that exists? The science is crystal clear. Animal agriculture is a leading contributor to all of those crises. A rapid phase-out of animal agriculture could stabilise emissions for 30 years while we develop other solutions to deal with the more complex fossil fuels. A rapid phase out of animal agriculture could offset 68% of emissions humans have produced this century. 2/3 of emissions by stopping eating sentient animals. The science is absolutely crystal clear. We must move to a plant-based future speedily. And there's still time, which is why we're here, right? To say there's still time. Get with the programme. It can be done. The RSPCA was built on really bold foundations. We're here on Wilberforce Way, which is named by the RSPCA. They chose to name it after William Wilberforce, one of their founders. William Wilberforce was an anti-slaver and one of the founders of the RSPCA. They challenged human and animal suffering, non-human animal suffering, in a bold, compassionate, brave way when others were turning away and paying no attention. They created a worldwide movement nearly 200 years ago. This was the world's first animal welfare organisation. Similar societies developed all around the world. Their message was heard. Their message can still be heard. The influence that the RSPCA could have, they literally could help us change the world if they act. Who would like the RSPCA to be part of changing the world? Woo! And you know what? I really believe they could do it. They could do it. It just takes an attitude shift. They can become a leader again, as they were when they founded 200 years ago. They can take the lead in these urgent times of crises, and they can make a massive difference. So I don't know about you, but I kind of feel like this is the beginning of our engagement with them. We had a meeting where they said the right things. Follow-up letter was quite disappointing. So we're here today to try and give them our message loud and clear, but we will be back, right? So our dream, dear RSPCA staff and volunteers around the country and associated groups around the world, is that the RSPCA steps forward and becomes bold again. That the RSPCA listens to the whisperings of William Wilberforce and others who founded a world-changing organisation. Please do it again, please. Woo. We really want the RSPCA to join us and create a safe and livable plant-based future for animals, people, and the planet. Thank you for being part of that.